Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
the future.
Carefully because has a lot of oil for the veins.
Yes. Okay, let's make a start. Thank you, everybody.
We are alive.
We are live. Yes, we are. Welcome, everybody. I'm Len Ophiuchus, the chair of the Parliament of Asgardia, the world's first space nation, which means we are dedicated to the first permanent human space habitation, which means an actual community in space, not a community that visits space, but lives there, is born there, works there, dies there, has children there. And connected to that, we are dedicated to the first child being born in space as well, under ethically and biologically acceptable conditions. We have made huge progress across almost 10 years, and we have a very big meeting next week. If you like what you see, please do think about joining Asgardia. It costs 100 solars, which is our currency, the same as 100 euros in terms of the European currency. 1 solar is worth the same as 1 euro. And you can pay in other currencies too. I have just 5 things, but they're very short. First of all, on the 29th of October, the chairs of the committees, the government, the administration, head of nation, me as chair of parliament, the prime minister, and the head of administration will all be meeting in the United Arab Emirates for our Asgardia Executive Congress. It's a very important meeting, which we have once every year, once every 2 years. And I'm glad to say, one way or another, all of the chairs of committees will be attending and making presentations, meeting with the head of nation and the others in the executive of Asgardia. So thank you to all the chairs of committees for all the work you've done in preparation. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody, in some cases for the first time, and for us to meet physically. There is no substitute for that sometimes. So I'm very pleased that we're all going to be together. Secondly, to the chairs. If there are any questions, then please raise them with me logistically. Very happy to go through all of that. And we have a good team. Leona will be there as well, obviously, as well as others to assist us in our work. Thirdly, I'm seeing the head of nation tomorrow in preparation for next week's Executive Congress. And I'll be able to do some very good work in terms of helping to make sure everything works smoothly. I'm doing everything I can to ensure we have a great parliamentary interaction with the head of nation and others. So that's happening tomorrow, and I can report back soon on that. The second last thing I wanted to say was on Saturday at 1100 UTC, we will have a short ALF. That's an Asgardia legislative forum, just a single issue, just the final preparation meeting for the Congress. And I am hoping that you can attend. It's not essential, not mandatory, but if you'd like to attend, that's our final chance to have a pre-meeting of the whole Parliament. It begins 1100 UTC. I do not expect it to be more than 45 minutes. It might be 15 minutes, but I want to give everyone the chance to have a say. One final chance. It might be too many times that I've done this, but I want to give everyone the chance to have a say. But a short meeting, 1100 UTC. I expect it to be finished between 11:15 UTC and 11:45 UTC. We shall see. And the final matter is this, a different matter. We're getting a lot of interest now in the media for space. And I'm asking you once again to use the opportunity of all the great reports and press work that's been done to share that information with the local media, or the regional media where you live, or the national media. Any problems with that, let me know. It's one of the things I want to talk about with colleagues when we are in the EUAE. So everything is about next week's meeting, and it's very, very exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. That's all I need to say myself today, because we will meet one more time on Saturday in order to make this work. Let me hand over to Peter, the Deputy Chair, to report briefly on the other meeting that took place tonight, which is the chairs of committees. You're muted, Peter.
How about that?
Better. Yeah,
right.
Fine.
Yeah, sorry. It will be a brief report because it was a very brief meeting of the chairs of the committees. Everybody's obviously got their mind around the fact that in a few days' time we'll be meeting up in Dubai, and there was a lot of concentration on matters relating to that Congress. But the committees are chugging along in the background all the time. So all members of the Asgardian Parliament are members of at least one committee, and they should be supporting their chair as they prepare for the Congress, and they should also be raising anything that they want their chairman to raise in the Congress. So we didn't do an awful lot of business, but we did a lot of talking in preparation for the trip to Dubai. I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to seeing you, Chair. Haven't seen you for quite a while now, and looking forward to seeing John and seeing how much money he can take from me on the week, because he does like a bit of my small change. And I'll see you all then. That's it, really. Thanks, Lambert.
Thank you, Peter. Right, open to everybody else. If anybody wants to raise any subject, then please say so. Otherwise, I can do a report back on Saturday and give everyone a last chance to input before we actually arrive in Dubai. Ada's excited. I am too. That's great. Totally agree. Let me see if I can check. Okay. In which case, I will keep it short because we meet on Saturday, and it's a much more helpful thing if after I've had the pre-meeting with Head of Nation, I report back. So what I suggest to do is we adjourn, which means that we finish now early, and then we meet on Saturday for half an hour or so, once I've spoken to Head of Nation, because this time tomorrow I will be with the Head of Nation, and I'm really needing to get ready for that as well. So just checking. Okay, fine. All right. The only other business is only two things. For all of those of you here who are coming to Dubai, please make sure you have everything that you need to do a great job of meeting with each other as well as with the Head of Nation. And for those who would like to input, please do attend. If you have something you'd like to contribute, please do attend once I can report back from Head of Nation on Saturday. But it's a short meeting. If you can arrive at 1100 UTC, we will be finished, I think, by 11:30 UTC, maybe even faster than that. I think we are in a good place. I think we're ready, because next week will be a huge week for Asgardia. Okay, in which case, I'm going to close the meeting now. The dates for your diary, 11 a.m. Saturday UTC, and obviously 29th and 30th next week. And I will see what the best way to have this meeting is next week. We won't have a separate chairs of committees meeting because we'll be meeting physically anyway. So that'll happen, but at a time which we can fit in. And I'll see if I can fit in a report back to colleagues. We'll see if we can do that on next Thursday. It just depends on I have to see. I think that's going to be difficult, but I will update you once we can, as soon as we can. There will definitely be a big report, and you'll be able to really, in a sense, you'll see what's going on the reportage. But I'll be able to update you on next week's meeting after I've seen Head of Nation tomorrow. Okay, thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day. I will call you, Sarah, later on, as I promised earlier on, and looking forward to seeing Head of Nation. If you'd like what you see here too, as I always say, please join Asgardia. As to become a resident costs €100. That's all it costs, and that gives you 100 solars, and that gives you all of the privileges of a member of the Asgardian community, the nation, as a resident. We're still working on what the citizenship means, but that's to be a resident. And I hope that you will be willing to do that. Okay, thank you. We can stop there. We can stop the recording, and I'll see you on Saturday.